To explain how we eventually came up with this design, like our very first house was very clean, it was very moody, and then after a while we got, not to say tired, but we wanted to explore something different. So then over course of time we did some research and we realized that, this Mediterranean feel is quite interesting. We like the pops of colour, but we didn't want it to be too rustic with, the wrought iron and stuff like that.
Hi, I'm Hakim from the media industry.
Hi, I'm Sofina from the banking and finance industry. Welcome to our house. It's a 4-bedroom condo along Yio Chu Kang Road. It's designed to be a modern Mediterranean home. And it's all thanks to good friends from Comfort Home Interior, Alex and Ashley. We've decided to stick to 3 principles, or more of like 3 features that we wanted to see throughout the entire house.
We like to host people and to have like our families and friends to come over. So the space was one of the consideration that we had. Another part that we wanted to stand out was the like what Sofina mentioned, the pops of colours. And one of the main thing that we had lime wash backdrop for us. Other than indulging in our food, we also can have this part of the house as a photo op. But apart from this, right, about the space, we also made sure that we had enough storage. And Alex was very kind enough to suggest to us like the spaces that we could put up more storage. Yeah, you see that in the dining area there, just beside it, we have just a full length of storage area where we kept most of my wife's shoes and bags.
So in terms of one of the considerations that we had also was when you come in, we wanted to make sure that the rooms feel spacious. So one of the discussions I actually had with Alex was what can we do with the flooring? And then here managing between what we wanted, the eventual outcome that we landed on was diagonally. And then that visually also helped. And one of the things he told me which was quite interesting was arranging it in a certain angle helps to make the space look even wider. So it was really like you want to have it diagonally towards the left or towards the right, and then eventually what we realized was having it diagonally towards the right because the space also opens up to the right. Visually it feels a lot bigger also. So for the kitchen, we worked closely with Alex, and then he came up with the idea of how we can really maximize the storage space. And I was very insistent, I don't want a hood. What I want is a fan. As a person who cooks, you know that you will sweat a lot. And then eventually we landed with what you can see over here. Like the arches are reflected inside the tiles. And then Alex knew we wanted pop of colour. So it took a while, like he and I, we walked through the tile shop like over and over again. And then when we saw this tile, we're like, yeah, this is the one. This is the correct tile for the house. There's colours in the detail. There's still that black arch, which what we wanted throughout the house. The second part would be the carpentry work. We've seen those images on Pinterest whereby the cupboards are open and then you can really maximize the space. Usually corners gets wasted, but we get to maximize this and get to put all of our pots and pans inside there, which is very, very important to me. And then he even made me think about stuff I wouldn't even thought about, like because we cook a lot, that means there may be oil on the floor, right? So the type of flooring does matter. There were tiles that we really, really like and you will match in terms of colour, but the texture will be too slippery. So all of these kinds of considerations, stuff that we didn't think about, Alex really helped us think through the entire process just to make sure the journey is well thought about. And that includes building the additional storage, the dry kitchen of sorts, or the dry pantry. So if you were to walk through the kitchen/yard space, it's actually quite well sectioned. Kitchen first, and then the dry pantry, and then right beside it will be everything and anything to do with the laundry. And then comes the storage. So I really like this compartmentalization of space.
What we actually wanted was to have different feel for the 3 toilets that we have.
So as what Hakim mentioned, we have a different look for each of the toilets. We spoke about this for quite a while, and this one was one of the things that we kept going back and forth with Alex, which was we really wanted a his and her sink so the both of us don't have to fight over one sink. And we knew we didn't want a bathtub. Because if you have one and you have kids, the kids will never come out from the bathtub.
Yes.
And they will never go to school. But structurally, it wasn't easy to construct one. Because of the depth of the standing shower, it would mean that if I really wanted a sink over there, then there'll be this huge space at the back. Then what do we do with it? So after much ding and after much dong, work with Alex and the plumbing team, make sure that there is cupboard space and it's quite deep. And that's like one of the things I'm very appreciative for Alex, that he allows us to keep whatever stuff we have and everything still looks still neat. Like you can see that from the living room or even the toilet. Then in terms of tiles, it was the orange that was most striking to me because I knew that deep reds was something that I really wanted to feature in the house. We didn't manage to find deep red tiles, but the orange really worked for us. And there was also a lot of back and forth, like how should we arrange the tile
Tiles,
properly?
yeah.
Do we arrange it very neatly so you can see nice squares? Or do we go nuts and then we just like randomly arrange it lah? So like, but he did it lah, and I really love. And then for the kids' bathroom, if you're a parent, you will know bluey. And then the colours are blue and orange. So when I saw this blue and yellow tile, I was like, yeah, correct. This is the weirdness that I would like, similar to the master bedroom toilet. So this weirdness is like, okay, good. There's blue and yellow. I can tell them this is a bluey toilet and they'll go inside the toilet. And up till today, it still works. Right, so I tell them, okay, time to go to the bluey toilet. So they go in and like, yay, it's a bluey toilet. Yeah. And then for the common bath, fun fact, this is the only tile that Hakim managed to choose. Because everything else was done by me.
Yeah.
I finally gave us, okay, I give you one choice. One choice.
So I usually would just go to the common toilet. Just kidding. So for that, I think the tiles is to have that balance of the Mediterranean part of the house. And the color-wise, it's also like a bluey, orangey mix or combination of colors that blends in together with the rest of the house. Yeah.
It's the more Mediterranean of the other two toilets.
Yeah.
So just like, colourful, okay lah, let's go with it.
Correct. So I balance it out.
Yeah.
So now we go to our bedrooms, and so much about having different themes across the different toilets, right? So we wanted something that was consistent. Then that's where you see all our wardrobes across our 3 bedrooms. We purposely have it all aligned, like all within the same design.
So in terms of the size of the wardrobe, originally when we first purchased the house, the wardrobe was literally, I think, perpendicular to the door. So it'd be the breadth of the room. Right, but we knew that Hakim had a lot of clothes, and so do I, and so the kids. Probably need a lot more storage space. So we told Alex, we want to have even bigger space. So Alex walked through all of these really details that we never thought about. We knew what we wanted, but how to get there, the getting there was something that Alex supported us throughout. If I can summarize my experience in one word, it would be pain-free. Working with Alex has been really such an enjoyable process. It's like he'll give us very regular video updates, which is very good. We don't even have to be on site, and that's, I think, one of the key concerns for every person who is starting on their own renovation journey, to have that sense of like reassurance and knowing that things are being done on time. Because as you would know, if the timeline runs, then it might just, affect everything else. You're moving in date, you're selling date, and all of those. And Alex was just really on the ball. He was very good with timeline management, and that really helps with like our peace of mind. We didn't go insane throughout this process.
In overall, it exceeded our expectation.
The after-sales support was just amazing. Like even small things like, we could just drop him a text and say, Alex, there's something wrong here. That's like within like 6 hours he'll be at the door.
With a screwdriver.
With a screwdriver, and it will help us out. I think that's really just amazing, because it is not always like you hear very good stories, right, about renovation companies and stuff like that. But like what Hakim said, like it really exceeded our expectation. Like really, you message Alex and then next thing you know, his house is like a Doraemon with everything that he needs.
Thank you for giving us Alex.
Thank you, Comfort Home Interior, for giving us Alex. Like please give him a very good bonus.